Hi DVDers, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about Netflix mid-budget movies that turned out okay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button so you know when I post new videos. Let's get into it, guys. Love in the Villa. Now this is a 2022 movie. This just came out, starring Kat Graham and Tom Hopper, which honestly I wouldn't say was like the best duo chemistry wise, but it turned out okay. The movie was slow paced but not slow, like there were never any slow moments in this, but it was a very calm, easy paced movie, and I enjoyed that because I like Kat Graham. I think she's been doing the most. I've loved her since Vampire Diaries, so it wasn't hard for me to decide to watch this movie. And Tom Hopper I like from The Umbrella Academy. I barely remember him in Game of Thrones, so my only point of reference for him is The Umbrella Academy, and I really like Luther, so this was also a very easy thing for me to pick up and watch. Them together, it wasn't bad. It was definitely, they didn't clash in any way, but it wasn't, the chemistry wasn't really strong. However, the movie, the end product was okay. I thought that it was fine. I didn't like some of the dress choices. Like, you could just see some of the things that were like missing or not, they didn't really pay attention to, and you could just tell like they were trying to get this movie out as quickly as possible within budget or whatever it was. But there's some malfunctions in the wardrobes that I thought that you could have fixed. Some of the dress choices, beautiful dresses, but definitely not for Kat Graham. And also this movie really reminded me of Letters to Julia, and I thought like it was a spoof of that. They were in the exact same city, in the exact same complex, at the exact same statue, and I was like, okay, so I guess we're just doing a spin on Letters to Julia. But overall, it wasn't bad. I'd give it on a DVD scale a 6 out of 10 because I think it deserved that. Resort to Love. This is a 2021 movie. I watched it last year sometime, but it stayed with me. It's one of those movies that I always remember because I also really like Christina Milian. This movie turned out okay. It wasn't original in any way. We've seen this storyline 100 times, but I wasn't bored while watching it, and I really liked the way that it played out in the end. And also the location was really pretty. I really enjoyed that. On a DVD scale, this was a 6.5 out of 10, and I really enjoyed it for what it was. Moving on to Desperados, which was in 2020. I think I watched this movie twice. I watched it in 2020 and I watched it once between then and now. The movie was okay, but one thing I've really loved was that they brought back the couple from New Girl, Nassim Pedrad and Lamont Morris, and they paired them up again in this, which I really enjoyed because I thought that their chemistry in the New Girl was really good. I will say that their chemistry in New Girl was a lot stronger than their chemistry in this, but it was also because it wasn't like a relationship till maybe the very end. While in the New Girl, they were an established couple. They were first partners and then they were an established couple. So I honestly thought that Wesley, who was played by Nassim, was straight up crazy. I thought she was loca because honestly, the things that she did in this movie just to get an email back, it was very crazy. But overall, it was a 6 out of 10 on the DVD scale, and I will definitely say that you should see this movie at least once in your lifetime. Now we come to Ibiza. I never know if it's Ibiza or Ibiza, but I think it's Ibiza.
Rooms are blacklight nightmares. There's like residual jizz everywhere.
Okay, I have this slack light out. Test this jizz theory. What the f?
Oh my god.
This movie was shot in 2018, and when I tell you that I really love this movie, I mean I really love this movie. Jillian Jacobs was never like my favorite character from the Community, and Richard Madden is both not my favorite Eternal and not my favorite Stark. So I wasn't really lining up to watch this movie. I don't even know how I found this movie. I must have been scrolling and I just saw it and I was like, okay, I got 2 hours, that's burn time. And I played it and I fell in love instantly. I loved everything about this movie. The flow, the chemistry, her friends, like everything. It just worked so well. And Julia Jacobs is a great actress. Like, the only reason why I do like she wasn't my favorite in Community is just because there were so many other people to love. Troy and Abbott kind of stole my heart. However, in this, she was definitely the top actress and my number one. Like, she stole my heart. Like, their chemistry between her and Richard Madden, it worked so well and it was so flawless. Like, this is what you want when you're talking about people's on-screen chemistry. Like, it was so perfect. And there was comedy in there too from two people who weren't really, I guess Julian Jacobs can be classified as comedy. When he had his own comedic moments, it was beautiful. It actually made me like him a little bit more. I love this movie. This movie on a DVD scale is a high 9 for me. Someone Great. It's a 2019 movie and I only saw this movie once. I love Gina Rodriguez. I think she is amazing. If you haven't seen Miss Bala, please watch it. It has some slow moments, but it is so good. I really love that movie and I like Gina. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, absolutely, I was gonna watch it. It also had Brittany Snow in it, who I actually really like, and so it was an easy choice for me to watch this movie. And I liked it. It was such a great story. The way they told it, it really did like follow this flow of just becoming who you're supposed to be, living in a city like New York, and breakups and relationships, and I enjoyed it. It was told beautifully, and they took me on a journey that I was willing to go on, and I where we ended up was really beautiful. Also, like Keith Stanfield, he is slowly and quickly at the same time becoming one of my favorite actors, because I'm yet to see anything that he can't do. He's done comedy, he's done drama, he's done thriller, he's done action, he's done creepy. Like, he has done it all and he seems to be so good at it, and I think that he's stupidly underrated in Hollywood. He was definitely a supporting character. I think his screen time on this was maybe a maximum of like 20 minutes, but I don't even think it was that much. It was heavily focused on Gina's character and her friends, and because it was told from her part of the story. But I just loved how this thing flowed, how this movie played out, and it was beautiful. There's nothing else that I can say about it. It also tells a beautiful story about friendship and having your people around you when you're going through a tough situation. So I like that. On a DVD scale, this was a very solid 8.5, and I do recommend that you see it. Thank you, DVDs, for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so you know when I post new videos. I will see you in the next one. Bye.